Welcome back to the deep dive. Wow. If you've been trying to keep up with AI lately, the last few weeks,
Yeah.
it's just been relentless.
Oh, absolutely. Dizzying is the word.
Yeah, we've got this huge stack of sources here. It covers, well, everything from deep physics research, major legal stuff, even Hollywood potentially being turned upside down. It's a lot.
And that speed, that sheer volume, that's exactly why we're here.
Yeah.
So your mission, should you choose to accept it,
Uh-huh.
is basically this.
Yeah.
We cut through all that noise for you. We're going to take this wave of updates, agents, models, the regulations, scrambling to keep pace, huge security issues, and distill it.
Into something actionable or knowledge.
Exactly. No overload. Just understanding the why. What's really going on behind those headlines?
Okay, sounds good. So we're hitting model updates, automated commerce, enterprise agents. But I agree, we absolutely have to start with the visuals. The generative video race, Sora 2.
Yeah, you have to. The competition's heating up, definitely. You hear about Luma Labs Ray 3, Google's VO3 getting closer, but Sora 2. That's what everyone's talking about. It's out there now, invite only on iOS and web, and that API is coming any day now, apparently.
And the results people are sharing, they're kind of mind-blowing. It's not just that they look good, visually sharp.
No, it's more than that.
It's the physics, right? Things move consistently. But this other thing people are noticing, it can apparently visualize code.
Yeah, that's the bit that really jumps out. That emergent ability. Think about what that implies.
Okay.
It's not just making funny cat videos anymore. This is potentially visual debugging, modeling software, maybe even like describing an interface and having the AI show it to you.
Wow. So visual tools that actually grasp software logic.
That seems to be the direction, yeah.
Yeah.
A huge step.
And okay, that realism, that power to create high-quality stuff instantly, that leads straight to the fallout, doesn't it? Economically, creatively.
Uh-huh. Enter the Hollywood headache. Big time.
Yeah.
Our sources are pretty clear. Tools like Sora, they're raising massive legal issues, financial ones too.
Around copyrighted characters, specifically.
Exactly. How do studios control their IP when a tool can just generate it?
Yeah.
Unless they specifically opt out, which is its own challenge.
And the financial side. You mentioned stocks.
Yeah, the consensus seems to be that just the threat of this level of AI content, deep fakes, hyper-targeted ads, instant viral clips, maybe drowning everything else out, it's making investors nervous.
Nervous about social media platforms.
Right. Social media stocks are dipping because if user engagement drops or ad revenue tanks because it's all just AI noise, well, that hits the core business model, the fundamental risk they're seeing.
Okay, so massive disruption there. And then on the other side, you have this merging of chat and shopping, conversational commerce.
Yep. It's not just a concept anymore. It's becoming actual infrastructure.
Like OpenAI's instant checkout, right inside ChatGPT.
That's the one. They partnered with Shopify, Etsy, others. So you can literally chat with the AI, find something you want, and click buy right there in the chat.
That feels like a huge shift.
It is. And it's the start of what Stripe and OpenAI are calling agentic commerce. That's the next level.
Agentic, meaning the AI handles it all.
Pretty much.
Huh.
The focus is on automating the entire transaction, not just finding the product, but selecting options, filling shipping, payment. The whole flow, potentially done by the AI agent without you clicking through multiple pages.
Wow. Okay. And Google's in on this too, right? Pushing Gemini onto TVs, making shopping searches more visual, more conversational.
Absolutely. They're fighting for your attention, your wallet, everywhere. On every screen, it's a full-on battle for that consumer interface.
And to make all that work, the instant checkout, the agentic stuff, you need some serious back-end power. Which leads us nicely into the agents themselves, the agent revolution, especially in coding and enterprise.
Exactly. That back-end intelligence is key.
And we've definitely moved beyond, agents just giving you little code snippets, what some people called vibe coding.
Right. That phase seems over. Now it's about building real things, practical applications. Coding agents are really maturing fast.
Like Bolt's V2, what's different there?
Well, it's not just spitting out front-end code anymore. It actually includes built-in back-end services now. So the goal seems to be generating like complete working apps, not just the pretty parts.
Okay, but building complex stuff means managing complex steps, right? One thing depends on another.
And that's where Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 4.5 comes in. The big update there is enabling stateful, parallel tool use for these agents.
Okay, break that down. Stateful. Parallel.
Right. So stateful just means the agent remembers what happened in previous steps. It keeps track of the context.
Okay.
And parallel tool use means it can do multiple things at once, talk to different APIs, run different processes simultaneously.
So it speeds up those workflows where, like, 5 things need to happen in order. Cascades.
Exactly. Think of it like a project manager who can juggle multiple tasks and their dependencies all at the same time instead of doing them one by one. Much faster, much more efficient.
Makes sense. And then GitHub Copilot. Inside VS Code, they've added nested agents.
Yeah, in the Insider's build, nested agents, meaning one agent can basically delegate tasks to other agents.
Whoa. Okay, agents managing agents. That sounds hierarchical and potentially complex.
It is complex, and you hit on a key point. If agents are delegating to other agents, how do you even track that? Audit it. Doesn't that open up huge new security questions?
Yeah, it feels like it has to, especially when this moves into the enterprise. The stakes get way higher.
And they absolutely are higher. We're seeing the same shift towards autonomy in core business functions. Look at IBM.
What are they doing?
They just launched an autonomous AI tool specifically for managing and optimizing next-gen networks. So letting AI handle complex IT infrastructure tasks that used to need teams of people.
Okay. And UiPath, the automation company, they're teaming up with OpenAI.
Yep. Integrating advanced ChatGPT models right into their enterprise automation workflows. The message is clear. If you're in business, you need to be thinking about how AI agents can automate your core processes, like yesterday.
But back to that security point. If agents are talking to agents doing tasks, maybe even moving money, how do you secure that?
You need a trust layer. It's non-negotiable, which is why the debut of PureCipher SecureMCP is so important.
SecureMCP, what is it?
It's an open-source protocol designed specifically to provide cryptographic security for these AI agent networks. Think of it as building the secure roads for agents to communicate on, not just letting them shout across the internet.
Okay, so foundational security. And is it being used?
There's a huge milestone proving its need and viability. Mastercard and PayOS, they just completed the world's first secure AI agent-to-agent payment.
Wait, 2 AIs paid each other securely?
Using tokenization, yeah. It proves the secure, autonomous machine-to-machine commerce is now real. That's a massive turning point for digital finance. No human involved in the transaction itself.
Okay, wow. Let's shift gears slightly then. Moving from the applications down to the engines powering them. Section 3. The models themselves, the research frontier.
Right, because the competition at the foundational level is just fierce, driving incredible gains.
Anthropic keeps popping up. Claude Sonnet 4.5 again. What are the gains there?
Significant ones, apparently. The reports mention big jumps in coding and math performance, better code editing than Claude 4, and crucially, reported wins on ARC-AGI-2.
Okay, ARC-AGI-2. Remind me what that benchmark tests.
It's considered one of the toughest tests for, like, general human-like reasoning ability, abstract reasoning on novel problems.
So wins there suggest it's not just about crunching data, but actually reasoning.
That's the implication, yeah. A step towards handling problems it hasn't explicitly been trained on. A big deal if true.
And then there's the context window size. GLM 4.6 hitting 200,000 tokens.
Yeah, 200,000. That's just enormous.
What does that mean practically?
I mean, forget reading a memo. That's potentially processing an entire legal contract for M&A, multiple textbook chapters, maybe even a whole software code base in one go.
Okay, that changes things for any job needing massive info synthesis.
Completely. And they claim faster completions too, which is vital at that scale.
Yeah.
And importantly, safety is still a focus. Hugging Face released Qwen34B SaferL,
Focused on.
specifically on safer responses, using reinforcement learning to try and make the model more reliable, less prone to harmful outputs. It's a smaller model, but that safety focus is critical.
And under the hood, the research is getting really creative on efficiency, right? Making these huge models faster and cheaper.
Oh, yeah. We're seeing new techniques like sparse attention, sparsity was mentioned, and models like Mo achieving state-of-the-art results, reportedly decoding up to 22 times faster.
22x faster. That makes deploying these giant models much more feasible.
Definitely. And then there's this other fascinating research angle.
Yeah.
Using quantum-inspired methods.
Quantum, how does that apply here?
They use a concept from physics-projected entangled pair states, PPS, as part of a reinforcement learning approach. The goal was to boost logical reasoning and coherence in the language models.
So using ideas from physics to make the AI think more logically?
Basically, yeah. Trying to impose some kind of structural rules inspired by physics to get more reliable, coherent reasoning. It's a wild cross-disciplinary approach.
So models are getting bigger, faster, maybe more logical. Where does that lead? The sources mention this idea of AI as a co-scientist.
Exactly. The thinking is, as we kind of max out the public internet data for training, the next big leaps won't just come from more data, but from AI actively participating in discovery.
Like running experiments, analyzing results.
Yes, acting as a partner in the scientific process itself. And this isn't just talk. Look at Periodic Labs.
The new company.
Yeah, launched with $300 million. Their whole mission is AI-driven autonomous science, discovering new materials, for instance.
300 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so serious money is betting on AI becoming a research partner, finding those needles in the haystack.
That's the bet. A massive indicator of where things are heading.
Which brings us, inevitably, to the guardrails, Section 4. Because with all this speed and power, regulation, security, resilience, they're struggling to keep up.
They always are, it seems. It's a constant game of catch-up. On the regulatory side, California's SB 53 is a big one.
What does that law do?
It's a landmark AI safety law. Requires companies building powerful frontier AI models to publish safety reports focusing on transparency. And interestingly, Anthropic actually backed it.
Huh. Industry support for regulation.
Suggests at least some consensus that safeguards are needed as these models get more powerful. We're also seeing way more scrutiny on AI mental health tools.
Right, that makes sense. High personal impact.
Yeah, but it's a messy picture, a patchwork of different laws and regulations across the U.S., causing confusion as adoption rises.
And on the flip side, the threats are evolving just as fast, right? Security.
Faster, maybe. We saw reports of something called evil AI.
Evil AI.
Sounds ominous.
It is. It's described as sophisticated AI-driven malware that can apparently breach networks autonomously. Once it's in, it doesn't need human control. A whole new level of cyber threat.
Autonomous malware.
Wow.
And supply chain attacks are targeting AI now, too. Yep. Perfect example. This compromised NPM module, Postmark MCP.
What did it do?
It was used for integrating AI with email systems.
Yeah.
Turns out it leaked sensitive emails from potentially hundreds of organizations. Shows how those integration points are now major vulnerabilities.
Okay. And attackers are even using AI for social engineering, fake copyright claims.
Yeah, generating convincing fake takedown notices or copyright warnings to trick people into clicking malicious links or downloading malware, using AI's own capabilities against us for deception.
Man. And then there was the outage.
Ugh, yeah, that massive ChatGPT outage, 10+ hours globally.
It really felt like parts of the internet just stopped working for a lot of people.
It did. And it really highlighted our dependence. How reliant we've quickly become on these tools and maybe how fragile that reliance is. When a core AI service goes down now, it has huge ripple effects. It's infrastructure.
Definitely felt like infrastructure that day. Finally, the safety aspect, specifically for kids.
Right. OpenAI is adding parental controls to ChatGPT, which seems overdue given the concerns.
But is it enough?
Well, Common Sense Media doesn't seem to think so, at least regarding Google Gemini. They flagged it as high risk for minors, even with its youth-specific settings turned on.
High risk even with settings. Okay, so the safeguards might not be keeping pace there either.
It underlines the challenge. Simple filters might not be enough for the complexities these models introduce.
So wrapping this all up, it feels like a whirlwind. We've got this breakneck speed of deployment, instant video, chatbots making purchases, agents running networks.
Yeah, a frantic pace. Coupled with this necessary but definitely lagging push of the guardrails. The security foundations like SecureMCP, the regulations like SB 53 trying to put some rules in place.
So the key takeaways for you, listening, the sheer scale change, right? That 200K token window, that's massive working memory.
Right. And agents doing secure finance, machine to machine, that's not sci-fi anymore. And needing concepts from physics just to make AI think straight, that tells you something about the complexity we're dealing with.
Yeah. And looking forward, this AI as a co-scientist idea, with hundreds of millions being invested in projects like Periodic Labs, it feels very real now.
It does.
So here's the final thought to chew on. Considering how fast these models are improving, how capable they're becoming, what does it actually mean, ethically, practically, when the biggest scientific breakthroughs might not be solely credited to human minds anymore? What happens when your Nobel Prize winner is an algorithm? That's something to think about this week.